What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You know, I'm here at the Red Brick House, and this house is so full of history that it has changed me completely because I am constantly trying to do better. And I have been on the process of getting away from processed foods. I've been working my ass off. In fact, I've been out here digging to build my outdoor kitchen. I want to build an outdoor kitchen so that way I can do more cooking here and preserving and stuff. I'm going to make a smoker so I can smoke things and make it really, really easy. I'm going to have my old-fashioned wood stove that's out there so I can use my cast iron pans instead of the non-stick crap that we use now. In fact, we're even going to try something. I'm going to try and go back to like what my parents did. My mother's especially. We've actually bought a pressure canner so that way we can actually can our own food. Because a lot of times I'll go through and I'll make a big pot of, say, bone broth. And we end up putting it in the freezer. The freezer's not that big, and then you lose stuff in there. But we're actually going to start trying to can. So this is a new thing for me. I read last night a thing about tomato sauce. One of my fans out there on my regular channel said he's been away for a while because he found out he had prostate cancer. I'm sorry, colon cancer. And he's going through chemo. So make sure you get yourselves checked. But another thing for guys my age is prostate health, okay? Prostate cancer is another killer of men. And it's also one of those things that keep you up at night because you pee a lot. And what I've heard, there's a couple of things that you can do to help your prostate. One I've heard is to help reduce, actually surprisingly enough, tomato sauce, they say, can help reduce by 26%. I don't know if that's true or not, but I love tomato sauce. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to make some tomato sauce, a smoked tomato sauce. And this is basically having a little bit of tomato sauce a couple times a week. Now, I don't know if it'll help or not, but if you're eating good food, it'll definitely help. And since I have lost, believe it or not, over 25 pounds since the beginning of the year, just getting away from processed stuff, I'm going to try and continue that. So I've got a bunch of Rama tomatoes that I bought from the farmer's market here, and I'm going to actually roast these, smoke them. I'm going to smoke them on my grill. So I've got some cherry wood that's out there. I got my grill that's heating up, and I'm going to put these out there and smoke those. I'm going to take a couple of red peppers, and I'm going to smoke those as well. We're actually going to charge the skin so we can take that off. I'm going to put some olive oil on this, and then inside, once these are done, I'm going to go through, I'm going to take some onions and some garlic, and I'm going to saute that with some olive oil, and then I'm going to add those tomatoes. Now, because we are making a sauce, I have bought a couple of cans of the organic great value tomato sauce to add to it, so that way we can kind of spread it out a little bit more. And I'm going to use some of my mom's tomatoes as well. So this is going to be a tomato sauce. It's going to have a lot of flavor to it, and hopefully it'll help us to live longer. Also, you guys know how I do my chicken breast, okay? This is chicken breast with some McCormick seasoning on it, olive oil, slap your mama, dill seasoning, and some lemon or lime, whichever one you have, and then I just grill this. So I'm going to make some chicken salad out of this and have some chicken for dinner tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make that sauce. I might end up making myself a chicken sandwich with some tomato sauce on it, maybe some of the low fat cheese. And I've been going to this Amish market. Another thing that I've been doing. This Amish market, I love lunch meat. And this, I've been buying the all-natural turkey and the all-natural ham. And it's $9.19 a pound for that. And the turkey is $9.19 a pound. And the thing I will say about this is, this has no GMOs, no antibiotics. This is the only kinds that they sell on it. But it's basically supposed to be, it's not glued together. And it's not injected. So this is like, it tastes like turkey. With like a little bit of salt and pepper on it. And the ham, look at this. Send them ham. That's like, This tastes like you cooked the ham. So That's good. That's really good. So you can't eliminate everything bad, but you want to try to reduce as much as possible. And that's what I've been doing. And so far, it's been working really, really well for me. And I hope to continue. I might get down to 240. My goal was to get down to 250. Bro, I'm already past that. I'm waking up in the morning right at 250, 249. And if I were to go up and weigh myself now, I'd probably be about 248 because I've been out working all day. I've had my coffee, now a couple slices of lunch meat, and a banana. And I'm really not that hungry. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff started. And then we're going to go ahead and make our sauce and cook our chicken. All right, so you can see we're already smoking. Okay, so here's what I do. This is my Weber grill. And I love my Weber grill. I have one at home that actually has the 4th burner on it for searing. I wish I had done this here, but this was on clearance about 2 years ago. And this grill gets really, really good and hot. I've got a smoke box in here, and I've got some pieces of cherry from the cherry tree that's right here. And so what we do is we've got the olive oil here on the peppers, and we're just gonna put those on here, and we're gonna let them kind of brown and flip them over. Now, because I like things spicy, I did the same thing with the jalapeno peppers. I put a little bit of olive oil on those because we want those to brown. And then we've got our tomatoes. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be cooking these right here in their own, smoking in their own flavors and things. And this will soften them up because these are kind of a firm tomato, and it's going to give it a smoky taste. And what we'll be able to do is when we take it inside, the skin on them will just peel off, so you won't have the skin on it. So this is going to make a really nice, well-seasoned taste to it. Now you can do the same thing here in making salsa. You make a great salsa doing this with your tomatoes and your hot peppers. And if you end up taking the peppers, you could actually, we're going to grow a lot of peppers this year. You can take the peppers, and if you grow the peppers and you have a lot of them, do this and you pull the skin off. Just take like a nice towel while they're still warm, and you just peel that skin off of it. It's incredible peppers, sweet ones, hot ones. You put them together on your sandwiches, like with that meat I had in there. Oh, it's magnificent. So we're just gonna let this, I turned it up just a little bit. I don't want it to get too hot, but we're just gonna let this simmer here. And while it's doing that, over here, look at that. This is where my summer kitchen is going to be. And I'm going to be smoking and preserving meats. I've got the soil, the good soil in here. I'm sifting out and I'm putting it over here in my garden. We've got all kinds of plants and stuff. We're trying to actually be one with Mother Nature. I know I'm not trying to sound like, one of those tree huggers or anything like that, but the food we are eating is not food anymore. You go to Costco to get some blueberry bagels. They're not even blueberries that they're putting in there. Seriously. I don't know what the hell they're putting in here, but they're making shit instead of putting the real thing. And I'm going back to doing like my mother and father did, where they grew a lot of stuff. My mom canned everything. And I think that's the way we're supposed to be trying to make it. Because, bro, the way shit is happening now with the oil problems in the Middle East, where the fertilizer's not getting out, the farmers, they can't get the fertilizer and things to go ahead and do the crops. We're having drought conditions here in Virginia. It's going to start getting really, really expensive buying your food, and it's going to get crazy. So, anything that you can do to try and eat better, save yourself some money, and cover your back, you need to do. So let's take a look. This has been about 10 minutes. And you can see the tomatoes. Look at it. Oh, look at that. That's really, I'm going to flip them over and just give them a couple more minutes. Look at that. The pepper, oh, it's charred. Now that's going to take a little longer because we need to char all the sizes on them. Oh my goodness. This is what real food is supposed to look like. And for those out there that are saying, well, I can't afford to do this stuff that you're doing. Here's the reality is, I'm not buying all the junk that I used to eat. And for the most part, this stuff is a little bit more expensive, but it's definitely a lot cheaper than if I have to go to the hospital. And since I'm not going and buying fast food, you know, if you go just to McDonald's with a family of 4, I'm sorry, you're going to spend $50. You're going to spend $50. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you go to just a regular restaurant for 4 people, you're going to spend 100 plus the tip. And now, you know, 20% ain't nothing for a tip these days. It's getting kind of crazy. So eating at home is cheaper than you eating out and eating all this crap. So that's my response to it. I'm going to make this sauce right here. I'm going to be able to have this for a month and hopefully have a better prostate. I've got this chicken breast in here. I've got about $20 worth of chicken. I think I've got about 4 pounds of chicken, and this is organic chicken breast. We're going to grill that. We're going to make chicken salad out of it. We're going to have chicken tonight. We could have chicken for a couple of days. So think about that. 2 big arch meals are going to be $20. I got 4 pounds of chicken for the same price. Wow. Check this out. So the tomatoes, look at that. See how the skin is just peeling right off of that? They're done. So we're going to take those out. We're going to let them cool down a little bit so we can take the skin off of them. And then we're going to put those in. I'm going to go ahead and saute some onions and some garlic. And then we're going to add these tomatoes to it. Some Italian seasoning, some salt and pepper. I'll turn you over a little bit more. And these are smoked. This is going to be a great flavor. Jalapeno peppers, they're definitely done too. See, you want them charred like this. I'm going to let those cook just a little bit more and get this last side of the pepper. Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be great. Okay, so our tomatoes are done along with our peppers. And I'm going to go ahead, since the grill is already hot and smoky, I'm going to call it a day, I guess, out here. I'm going to turn this up a bit because I want it to be nice and hot for my chicken. I'm going to grill my chicken because that's going to be for dinner too. Okay, so we'll do that, and we'll put a little bit of our grapeseed oil on the burners here, on the grill, so that way the chicken won't stick. This chicken, now here's the thing. If you go to the grocery store, read the ingredients on it, you'll see salt and brine. You'll see for flavor is added to it. And what it is that's why you get these huge ass chicken breasts, because they've basically given it a chemical that it absorbs more water, and they put salt water into the chicken so that way they get about 20% more weight to the chicken. Now what you'll notice is these ain't real big breasts because these don't have antibiotics in them. So we're not paying for salt water and chemicals. So see there, that's 4 pounds of chicken that will be good for you to eat. Now we're going to go in. I've already started slicing my onions for the tomato sauce. I'm going to let these cool. I'm going to go ahead and start sauteing the onions and the garlic, and then start adding the ingredients stuff in here. And while this cools down a little bit, then I can go ahead and take the skin off of it. Okay, so I've got my pot right here. I'm going to turn that sucker on. I've got some olive oil here. I'm going to let that start warming up. You can see the onions over there are already sliced, diced up there. I'm going to get some garlic. I like lots and lots of garlic, so I'm going to get, about 5 cloves of it. And I'll get myself a little bowl here. Got my onions right there. And I'll get my garlic. Now, some people like to chop the garlic. I don't. I mean, to smash it to get the skin off. To me, I think you waste a lot of the juice that's inside of it. So I just peel mine. Takes a little more time and a little bit more effort, but cooking, if you really want good flavor, you don't rush it. Now, I don't know if you can see my cloves right here. I just chop up I like it kind of coarse. Okay, this should be getting hot. We'll get our garlic to go with it. Let's tighten that up. Add our garlic in there. Oh yeah. Gonna simmer that. Now here's our peppers. Now look at this. Watch this. See how easy the skin comes off of that? That's like your fire roasted pepper right there. Look at that. We're gonna chop that up and add this to it along with the tomatoes. It is still hot, so be careful when you're doing this. But we're gonna chop this up and add this to our sauce as well. Some people will go ahead and puree it. You can do that too. Go out and check my chicken. Turn that down just a little bit. That's softening up real good. Okay, so you can see here is our red pepper. We took the seeds out of it. We've got our jalapeno here. We've got our tomatoes. We took the stems out and we just have those. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this all in our Ninja and we're gonna go ahead and puree it. Our onions are done. Our chicken is almost done too, so I'm gonna grab that. But let me puree this, and this is going to end up being our sauce. Okay. Look at that. All right, so we've got our onions right here. I took those off for a second because they were pretty much done. Release this. Now look at this. Look at that sauce. That is all fresh tomatoes that are pureed in there for my sauce. Now here's what I do. Because my mother is like none other. This is a jar of my mother's canned tomatoes. Now I'm going to drain out the extra liquid, but see, these have been stewed and they're nice and soft tomatoes. I like her tomatoes stewed. It's one of those things that you have to have my mom's in there. Now, I'm going to go get some fresh basil. I am going to add a can of the tomato sauce, the organic from Walmart. And then it's going to be salt and pepper and Italian seasoning to taste. Look at that. And this will be to your personal taste. Some people like a little bit more salt, pepper, Italian seasoning. We're gonna go grab some fresh basil from outside and some fresh thyme as well. And we'll add some, turn this down. Look at that. Isn't that looking good? Oh, that looks so good. I'm gonna grab my chicken too. Okay, there's our chicken. Ooh, Nelly, grilled chicken. Okay, now, we had a rosemary plant that died, but we're saving the rosemary. It's dried fresh. We have some fresh basil and oregano that's in here as well. And I learned something about the basil plants. I was always taking the leaves off the bottom. That's the dumbass way to do it. You want to actually take the leaves off the top, take the head off of it. What'll happen is it'll spur another spawn sideways and it'll become bushy. So mine were just getting long and then they started blooming and then it was crap. So I'm going to chop this stuff up, add these fresh herbs to our sauce. There is nothing better than getting fresh spices that you're growing from your own house. And tonight we're getting a freeze warning, so I've got to bring in or cover the plants. Look at that. Look at that. Fresh. And you'll have those vegetables growing for months. Look at that. Putting that into the sauce. Here, take a look. Look at that. Okay. And see, I'm going to take this chicken and I'm going to put this together. I'm going to taste it. And see, you don't need any tomato sauce. I mean, any tomato paste in this. It needs more salt. It tastes sweet with a little bit of spiciness to it. It's got a kick. Pepper. Those jalapenos are hot. Now you can use this for spaghetti. You can add meat to it. Or for me, this is going to be my medicine. That's good. That's real good. I like meat in it though, but for nighttime, this will be good. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. We got our chicken breast and we've got this. We have actually left over some asparagus and some sweet potatoes from yesterday. So we're gonna eat those leftovers along with this and we'll be good to go. All right, so here's what we got for tonight. I made some salad last night. I had a head of romaine lettuce, and I actually had some romaine lettuce that I took some of the leaves off that right there. I made the blue cheese dressing. If you make blue cheese dressing, and it's really simple actually to make, you need buttermilk, you need blue cheese, sour cream, mayonnaise, a little bit of lemon juice or lime juice, Worcestershire sauce, ground mustard, onion powder, parsley, and some pepper. You will not go back to buying a store-bought dressing. And store-bought dressings, I don't care if you buy the ones that say organic, skinny girl, or whatever they are, they're not good. They have so many things they put into them to make them shelf staple. We cooked 2 or 3 sweet potatoes yesterday. So we got the sweet potatoes, we got the asparagus left over from yesterday, and I had some buns when I did. Look at that. That's my chicken breast with some low salt Swiss cheese on it and some of my tomato sauce that I just made. This is dinner. This is good. The blue cheese dressing, I love blue cheese dressing. We got Parmesan cheese. We've got, we took cucumbers, and I like to make a cucumber-like salad. So cucumbers with some onion slice, with water, vinegar, and salt, and it makes a great, great cucumber slice. With the blue cheese dressing and a little bit of Parmesan cheese, it is great. And we have our grilled chicken with fresh made sauce. Oh man. Here's that, baby. That's a sandwich. I might not get it back. I'm not getting it back. That low salt Swiss cheese on there, the tomato sauce, it's like almost like a chicken parmesan. That's not deep fried. So, you know, going back to, you went to McDonald's or Burger King or whatever, that chicken, who knows what chicken that is and how many ingredients that are in there. This, excuse me, all the chicken I cooked over there was $20, and that's organic chicken from my local butcher. The sweet potatoes, a couple of dollars there. The asparagus, you know, $6 I think, and this is enough for 2 days meals. This is not a very expensive meal. It's definitely pleasing. It's almost like a comfort food. And it is very, very healthy. So, I'm Mark Holmes, and I appreciate you guys watching me stuff my face. Peace out.